A quick review of buffer stock. We'll draw a demand and supply. What I tend to do with buffer stock is, you have to excuse it, I forgot my stylus, I left it at school. What I tend to do with buffer stock is I put down basically 3 supply side scenarios. I try and look at it as a supply side issue if it's usually associated with agricultural markets, but you can associate it with hard commodities as well. Basically S2, which with Q2 is the expected level of supply in the market for a given year. The demand curve is taken from the market, and that determines the price that's being guaranteed. So that's where demand equals supply, and that's the outcome they want within the market. And there's basically 2 different scenarios that could happen from that outcome, or 3. One is that it actually achieves the expected price of PG and everything's fine, or perhaps there was a significantly good year where basically there was a bumper harvest of this particular crop, and what we see is actually that there's excess supply of Q2, Q3 at the price of PG, and the price should actually fall down to a level, we'll call it P3 down here. What we should do in this case is to create the extra demand. So this is like where the government would have a buying role, and they would buy the distance Q2, Q3 to maintain the equilibrium price, to maintain the guaranteed price at PG. The other situation we could have is a bad year where a harvest is destroyed by bad weather or pests. That actually creates excess demand of Q2, Q1, Q2 at the original price. You would expect the price to rise up to P1, but in this case, in order to meet that excess demand at PG, this is where the agency would sell in order to maintain the guaranteed price. So basically the idea for buffer stock is that you buy when there's a lot of stuff around and the price should fall. You sell when there isn't much around and the price should rise. Basically the producer would benefit in the case of there being too much of this commodity around and the price falling, so that's when your buying protects their income. And when there's not enough and the price should rise to P1, you're selling to protect the expenditure of households. And that's basically it in terms of buffer stock.